When you say crash retrieval, what do you mean?
These are retrieving non-human origin technical vehicles, call it spacecraft if you will, non-human, exotic origin vehicles that have either landed or crashed.
We have spacecraft from another species.
We do, yeah.
How many?
Quite a number.
You're kidding.
No.
The entire American public has been lied to for decades.
Yeah, there's a sophisticated disinformation campaign targeting the U.S. populace, which is extremely unethical and immoral.
You are saying to the human race, for the first time, an official intelligence representative at a high level from the US government is saying publicly, we are not alone.
We're definitely not alone. Absolutely, the data points empirically that we're not alone, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I believe it. Oh, I totally believe it. After everything that we've been through in the past, just go for like 5-6 years. Heck yeah, I believe it. Welcome back to the program. Bottom of this first hour, Dana Loesch, your lovable curmudgeon with you. You can listen coast to coast, stream the show. Find us on YouTube or Facebook. Watch the simulcast of the radio program on Channel 347 DirecTV as well. This is the latest that is out. We've been talking about this here and there, on and off for the past several months. Just, when stuff comes out in this great cosmic neighborhood of ours. It's a former Intel official who went whistleblower, and he gave Congress and the Intel community IG, Inspector General, all this classified info about all these deeply covert programs via the debrief.org. And he says that they possess retrieved, intact, and partially intact craft of non-human origin. Now, I just got to interject once here. There's one little voice in my head that's saying, Dana, you mean to tell me that these aliens came from somewhere in deep space, managed to invent ways to safely space travel, maybe even go what we would call light speed or warp speed or whatever, to crash on Earth? You know what I mean? They didn't figure out planet landings. That's where I just have a little bit of, excuse me.
Some people believe there's portals here on Earth, that there is no real space travel in a craft for a lot of them. There may be some in this particular atmosphere, but as they travel worlds, they're using portals.
Well, mathematically, that's supported.
Right.
Interesting. Oh, it is. Oh, yeah, it is. I made the mistake of saying that couldn't possibly happen one time in front of my youngest, who is this math and science whiz, and then he started talking numbers and symbols to me, and I just didn't even know what it meant anymore. So they say all of this has been illegally withheld from Congress. So he filed a complaint saying that he's already suffered illegal retaliation for this disclosure. The whistleblower is 36 years old, David Charles Grush, decorated former combat officer in Afghanistan. He's a veteran of the Neo-Geospatial Intelligence Agency, a thing I didn't even know we had. Oh, we have that? The National Geospatial Thinger Agency Intelligence? Probably a lot we don't know. They also have the National Reconnaissance Office. That's a new thing. Oh, and he was the Reconnaissance Office's representative to something that we have called the Unidentified Aerial Phenomena Task Force, or what they call UAPs. That's what they're trying to call UFOs, is UAP, Unidentified Aerial Phenomena. I would say weird thing that's alien in the sky. I'd just point and be like, that's alien. That's. So he was their co-lead for UAP analysis and is representative of the task force. So, he seems like a pretty believable dude, right? There must be a lot there for someone to go, yeah, you know what, we got to tell people. Now, some people might say, well, if they exist, then where are they? Well, hi, have you seen us? We are a people that lose our minds over syrup. Okay? We lost it over who was on the butter box. Why, if you were an alien, why the hell would you want anything to do with us? I wouldn't. I wouldn't even be in this neighborhood. This is why, I've said this for years, they lock their little alien space doors when they fly past. Just saying, because we're weird. We're nuts. We are ridiculous people. We are a ridiculous species. We're going bananas down here. So he's got a lawyer. This guy's lawyered up. And he said that there have been all these recoveries of partial fragments through and up to intact vehicles that have been made for decades. And so he says, yeah, there are some intact. We've got them. Yeah, we're looking at them. Are we reverse engineering them, I wonder? You think?
I think we've been doing it for a long time.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I hope we are. I mean, if we got some alien ships, I mean, I hope we are. Jeez. Can I just also add one thing here? And we got other stuff to get, but I think this would be a huge story if everything wasn't such a, I don't know, say dumpster fire. Only now could you introduce a story. You could go out and be like, hey, aliens are real, guys. We got one of their spaceships. No one bats an eye. No one's saying anything. This is crazy. If this was in the 80s, I think people would be going nuts. You'd have people making mashed potato towers again. It was just one movie, but still, you get my drift. I don't know. I mean, I hope that it's an alien and not space travel. So let me just put this out here, and then we got other stuff we're going to hit, but let me just just indulge me for a moment. My youngest is like, well, what if it's someone who's coming from the future? What if they figured out, time travel, and it's someone from the future? And both myself and my youngest think that that's probably one of the biggest letdowns we've ever heard. I would be horribly disappointed if it was some stupid human from the future. I'm sorry, but I'm not impressed. Be an alien, right? I've seen enough of humans. I'm done with you. Bring me an alien, right? Wouldn't you be too? You'd be like, wait, you're just from the future?
I would be.
Gosh dang.
I think it's fair to say I'd be equally impressed.
I don't know that I would be.
I don't know.
I'd be like, go the hell back.
I think I'd be equally impressed.
No one wants you. Go.
The future?
Yeah.
Tell me about how you got here.
I don't want to know. I want there to be some mystery.
It's the same question I'd ask the aliens.
We have enough dumb people here. I don't need any from the future coming back here. So no, I don't want any of it. I will find your little portal and I will resist. I'd much rather have an alien. Make it spicy. Come on. I'm so tired of dealing with other humans. Just, it'd be better if it's an alien. Just saying. I don't care if it's friendly or not. I just want another alien. I don't want another alien. So they said insiders are taking risks coming forward. This guy's been in intel for he seems like a legit dude. I got to say. So if we have spacecraft that we're keeping somewhere, the first place I'm thinking of is Area 51. I did a whole thing. I have weird things. So one of my other bucket list vacations, in addition to going to the north of France and seeing the World War II, all the beaches, etc., is literally just taking my picture in front of the gates at Area 51 and running away before their truck can run me over. That's all I want to do. I don't want to go and see nothing. I don't want to hurt no installations. Just want my picture by the gate. That's a family Christmas card right there, in my view, right? I'll just put some Santa hats on or something. But I read about how to do that, what kind of vehicle you got to... I've read so much into that, it's crazy. It's probably unhealthy, but it's interesting. But that's probably where they're doing it. You know that? That's where they did all the nuclear testing. You can go and find, the house that's in the video that you see in all these music videos. Well, kids today don't know because do they do music videos anymore? I sound like I'm 90. Do they have the music videos anymore?
On the TikToks.
It's on the TikToks. Golly. I feel like Ma Ingalls Wilder here, Ma Ingalls. So I'm just saying it's probably, if I was going to put some alien ships somewhere, I'd put it where it's real cold. Nobody wants to go up there or down there. Or I'd put it out there by where they did all the nuke stuff, all the nuke tests and all that stuff. That house that you see, and by the way, I was mentioning in all those music videos, that house was out there. That's where they did it. I found it. I have it marked on my Google Maps as a place I'd like to visit. For real, I'm not even lying. That's an actual thing. I love doing that. So I'm just saying, now they have the National Air and Space Intelligence Center that's headquartered at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. That's the Department of Defense's primary Air Force source for foreign air and space threat analysis, which I didn't even know. And I looked at the building, and it looked like something Iron Man would make. What's his face? Tony Stark. It looks like a Tony Stark building. I'm waiting for an Avenger to come out the front door. I just find all of this fascinating. I totally believe that they would lie to us. I'm just assuming that aliens exist. God never said they didn't. I'm just assuming that they exist and that we've been lied to. So there you go. So I'm not going to be surprised when they come out and they're like, hello, Earthlings. I'm not going to be surprised. Just going to take it and roll. Did they lie to you about a guy with his crack smoking McCooker face son with all his kids. They lied to you about that. They legit tried to undermine an entire election about that. Why wouldn't they lie to you about this? If they're going to lie to you about the dumb things, you know they're going to lie to you about the bigger things, right?